Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing: single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about why the bourbon industry is allowing itself to be a pawn in a very political game. My name is Justine Mays. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Kuhl and Tim Swyatt.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So yeah, the bourbon industry right now is very much a victim of being a pawn from several different groups, several different factors, contingencies, whatever you want to say. And we'll talk about that after the break and why no one seems to be saying anything. And we'll talk about what we think's going on. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, though, we're going to go to the box and we're going to ask a random question from the game called Small Talk. Small Talk.
Unless Steve deems it dumb.
Yeah, that does happen sometimes. Do you have any special family traditions or customs from your childhood that still continue? Any special family traditions or customs all the way from your childhood that still continue? I don't think we do. I think...
I thought that would be easy to think of something, but...
I feel like I had this conversation recently with the warden. I'm like, because we do the things where and we've been doing it since my dad was alive, and we figured out we started doing this stuff in like 2009, and I'm like, that's a tradition that we got to keep because we don't have a lot of traditions in this family, and so we make ravioli, homemade ravioli on the 23rd, and then have dinner on the 24th. And it's like one of the few things that we do, and it's a family activity to make the ravioli. It's fun. We all participate. We all have our own jobs and stuff like that. And we're already worried, the family's going to be expanding by a person next year. Do we have room for this guy? Are we going to have to lay someone off? I mean, I'm not sure what happens, on the family dynamic because everybody has their job right now. So I'm not sure. Maybe, we add in a person.
Maybe you could elevate your mother to supervisor.
Maybe my mom will just get elevated. We'll get her like a director's chair and she can just sit there and bark at people. So, yeah. For some reason, Kat felt like she was in charge this year and telling everybody what to do. And I was like, yes, everybody seemed to be listening to what she was saying. My mom got chewed out because she didn't crimp the ravioli good enough. And if you don't crimp it good enough, you're going to lose your stuff, right? And once it gets in the hot water, it's going to all fly out of there. And she's like, hey, we, quality control here. We got to work on this. I was like, oh, sorry. All right, I'll do better. So
maybe she was looking for the holes so she can figure out where to put set.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
She's like, well, we need a good crimper.
We need
Grandma,
a crimper.
You're out.
Yeah. So she'll be elevated, maybe. So that doesn't go back to my childhood, but I like the idea of it goes back to Kat's childhood. And I wanted to make sure she keeps that tradition alive. So
is that when you guys do Festivus too?
Yeah, it's on the night of Festivus we do that. So yes. Yep. And we got the little pasta machine. It's the hand roll type. And we had some problems with the machine and we bought it like I don't know, forever ago. We bought it even before the 2009 thing, and we took it back to the store. We're like, this thing's not working, and because it's just like a small mom and pop place on the hill, which is the Italian area of St. Louis. And the guy was like, we can fix this for you. And then he told us what to buy, this oil that you can use that's a lubricant, but it's also food safe. And he's like, you start spraying some of that stuff in there, you won't have these problems in the future. We're like, oh, okay, cool. So, and then back to working just fine. So
I have this vision of you, it's like from Seinfeld with Kramer and Newman when they're grinding meat for sausage patties.
Oh yeah,
they're just sitting there dancing with each other.
That's the warden though. She does all that. I don't get to do that.
Cranking.
She has her own recipe, which is because it's each time there's numbers and each one's thinner or whatever. She wants to go through like 2 times at 5, 2 times at 3. 3 times at 1 or something. I don't know what she does. So yeah, I have 2 roles. I make the dough. So I have to do that on the island. I just make the dough, and then you got to wait like an hour for the dough to rise or whatever, and then you can start making them. And then I cut the square ones, which are the meat ones, and then we also have some that are just cheese or cheese and mushroom and stuff. Those are round, different things. So my mom does that. She's the round cutter. I'm the square cutter. It's different, totally different union. I mean, if I tried to grab the round thing, they'd be like, sir, please set that down. Final grievance quicker. Shit.
Cool,
do y'all wear chef's hats and aprons? If not, I think that you need them.
We might need to. Yeah, we might need to. So,
and if Justine were in the purchasing position, those might be gifted to you.
She's in charge of purchasing for the little club. So, yeah. So that's as close as we got. I do like that tradition, but yeah, we don't have any of that carryover from my childhood. So that's all my parents, though. I didn't have any control over that stuff. I just did what I was told. Yeah. You guys got anything left over from childhood that you still do?
I would say I got one thing. So
okay.
Change our own oil from my great-grandfather, grandfather, my father,
Gotcha.
me, and I can't get my kids to do it. They refuse to get underneath the car with me and do that.
Okay.
They try to learn, but it's just like they can never do it right. So I guess it's the tradition of you yelling at the kid to hold the flashlight, and
right.
They start verbally abusing them all these years. But no, I still change my own oil, just like my grandfather did. Try to find some maintenance stuff in the car that I know that I can do, and try to keep that skill set going.
Okay,
that's a cool one. You could get a headlamp, and then nobody has to hold the flashlight.
It's not as fun.
Yeah.
Just as someone who lives alone and has to do things,
the headlamp
figure
is
these
good.
things
Yes.
out.
The headlamp
for me for Christmas,
okay.
and
headlamp.
Yeah,
the
it's a good
headlamp.
call.
I got one of those for Christmas from my dad. Actually, I think my brother did too. We each got a headlamp and then this like rechargeable flashlight spotlight thing.
Okay.
That you
Your
can
dad, that's a really well-meaning gift. Your dad thought like these kids need this because this is real
Practical
important.
stuff.
They're not going to think it, but that was very well thought out by him.
This year, my brother got me a salt spreader and salt for my driveway.
Okay.
The men in my family give very practical gifts.
There you go. Perfect. Stuff you'll actually use.
Which I'm 100% okay with. Like,
Mhm.
I'd rather have stuff like that.
Yeah.
Than
And it's
something
stuff you don't want to spend your own money on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to buy stuff like specific spoons for your Parmesan cheese.
Yes.
That's the stuff you want to spend your money on.
Yes.
All right. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start this time with Justine Mays.
I'm still losing.
Okay.
I have a little baby bottle of Rebel Yell.
Rebel. All right. All right. Tim, what do you got there, dude?
I'm going to help out our friend Turner Wath. I got a bottle of 12-year-old Brazilian Rolling Fork rum.
Okay.
Swipe on the set. Oh, yeah, that's right up. Yeah. Premature cork pop issues.
Oh, my God. You didn't even get through your swipe on the set.
No, I didn't even get through it. It popped right up. Yeah, well.
All right. KK.
I'm going to have some red line. It is finished in a vanilla brandy cask.
Oh, I love that one.
It seems like a nice wintry kind of drink.
Sure.
Oh, sadness.
Not a lot going on there. That's the lead, though. I've got
Oh,
bomb burgers here. Little bomb burgers. Hopefully Becca's listening. Cheers to Becca. Here we go. That's enough to win it. That's a winner.
What a sad.
It's sad. That was not good by any means, but that was enough to win. So cheers, gang.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about bourbon being a bit of a pawn, and we'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Hello, this is Jeff from Iowa, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back. Today on the show, we are questioning why the bourbon industry is allowing itself to be a pawn.
Yes, we are. So, to me, the thing that I just don't understand is there's an organization dedicated to the betterment of bourbon in Kentucky called the KDA, Kentucky Distillers Association. They've been mum. They've been quiet about all this. And I just don't understand. And again, bourbon is just getting lambasted right now. And there's a lot of different groups and factions that are, coming at it. And it all fits their narrative, whether they, are Canadian and Canada proud that they've stuck to their guns and pushed back, and they're not still not allowing bourbon in. That fits well with that group. Everything is so political these days, and you're on one side or the other. And this fits very well on the side that's not Republican. So the Democrat side, that it's the tariffs that are doing this, that are killing this. There's a whole group that want to blame Gen Z, and saying it's them, that they're not drinking like they previous generations and stuff. And all this kind of comes together to be like, well, the bourbon industry is over. It's the bubble's burst and it's gone. And then there's people that just revel in it too. You see people that are part of these groups that are just, if you see a post about it, you start reading the comments, you're like, oh my God, this is where we're at. We're incredibly excited that, quote unquote, the bourbon industry is done. Kentucky, you deserve this, that type of stuff. And it's like, I can't get on board with it. And also, I don't believe it's true. I think that, we've got many, many years ahead of us of good bourbon growth. And I think, if we start letting the facts get in the way, I think it gets pretty messy for the folks that are putting this stuff out there, because the facts don't support what they're saying.
Who posted that? I saw a graph today on social media. Was it Chuck Cowdery that posted that, where it showed like the peak, like right before COVID?
That graph's from the ADI, from American Distilling Institute, and some people have used it. The most recent one is that Substack post
Perry
from
Ritter.
a person, yes, who sent that out. But yeah, Kathy, that's been floated out there for a while. It's called mean reversion, what you're talking about. I even went back on it too. I picked up and said something because it came out of our boys at Glens Creek.
Yeah, that's where I saw it. Glens Creek posted it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just a graph showing the explosion of sales between 2020 and the slowdown starting in 2024, and then creeping back to the trend line of about 5% growth rate.
Mm-hmm.
Which is still growth.
Right.
It's just a market adjustment.
Bingo.
Right. What? Yeah, it's like, what is? Because let's wipe out the COVID years. Just we can't do that, of course, but if we can, just to take a look at the market, if you wipe out the COVID years, we've kind of picked up where we were before COVID, and still on an upward trajectory. Again, COVID was crazy, but there was a lot of crazy shit that happened during COVID. I get it.
What are toilet paper's numbers after COVID?
Right. Yeah, and so is toilet paper going out of business? Is it over for toilet paper because?
Wipes are coming in, man. Wipes are big.
Everybody's buying bidets.
Bidets are
Everybody
hot
loves
now.
the bidet.
Gotta get your bidet.
Get your bidet. So yeah. So
No, well, Steve, I think you notice how the Scots and the Irish aren't really saying anything at all. The largest consumed spirit on the planet is still blended Scotch, and they're not saying a word. Sometimes I think there's nothing nice to say. You don't say anything at all. And I also think it's probably good right now because somebody on social media will take something and make it into something that it's not, like we're seeing, and you have this whole thing that they can't control. So it's like, you know what? Let these people talk. Let them speculate. Let them do what they want to do. We're just going to sit this one out is what I kind of feel like.
Right. Yeah.
So you think that's why the KDA isn't responding to anything? Should they be?
I think they should be. I think people are searching it. That people like us that are into it, not like the general consumer. I think they see the stuff, they just assume it's true. I had enough people around the holidays say to me, "Can you believe Beam's going out of business?" I'm like, "They're not going out of business." And they're like, "No, I saw an article." And I'm like, "No, you didn't see an article. You saw a article. You didn't see the article about them going out of business." So I think that the KDA should step up and just put out the truth. I
don't disagree.
I think that would be great. I don't think you engage or try to go head to head with these factions that are against it, because they're just going to be against it no matter what, and no one's going to win an online argument. But just say, here's the facts. And just lay it out there, and I think they could really put some calm to it, because again, there's not teeth to this because it's not really true. So that's the thing. If you just put the facts out there, the rest will take care of itself. But for right now, it's kind of running crazy for sure. So,
everything like this is going to have your Schadenfreude. The people that want to jump on and say, "Now you suck,"
right?
Because that's just.
I guess it's no different than the athlete that comes out of nowhere and is the talk of the town and everyone's darling, and then they fuck up somehow and everybody's like, then they just want to trash them. And I assume that's kind of what's going on with bourbon. It was the sweetheart spirit for a while, and this great story of it going up and up, and basically coming back from the dead, and now it's stumbled a little bit for a variety of reasons, and people want to just. They want that story of, hey, you're getting put back in your place. You're nothing. Yeah, and I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what to so what are people drinking now? I don't actually know. I'm not sure. Is it all just going to people smoking marijuana? I don't know. It seemed like seltzers were such a huge. I don't think seltzers are anything anymore. I think that's totally turned around where they're back to really not being a thing. So.
Yeah. Because everybody's finally realizing how much seltzers make them feel like shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steve, you made a point there saying, some people are saying, yes, you saw some comments saying, yeah, Kentucky, you deserve it.
Right.
These are also the same people that think that only bourbon's made in Kentucky.
It's true.
So,
True. Yeah.
Probably qualify a lot of this stuff. There's just people like the chaos. They don't like when somebody stands up and calls them out. And who's going to do that publicly right now? It just doesn't make sense. But I do agree that the KDA should have some type of white paper developed or something to talk about, at least from the Kentucky production side, of a healthy sample size of small, mid-size, and large producers. Some type of white paper talking about the state of the industry would make a lot of sense right now.
Right. You can't get me as a bourbon fan to say that bourbon's going down the toilet from the list of 6 distilleries that they've had that have gone out of business in the last year. They're all no names. I mean, they're not a factor in the industry or anything like that. I don't understand. And you read some of these articles, and one of them actually said, beloved distiller Garrard County. No one even knew who the fuck they were.
Yes.
Beloved, my ass.
But half the people don't even take the time to click on the article to read it. They read the headlines and then they move on.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about the distillery that hired their master distiller and 8 days later fire her?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's a mess.
I don't understand what a master distiller is and quality control and this, that, and the other. It's bad business plans.
It is. So, I don't know when it's going to happen. At some point, bourbon's got to stand up for itself, though, and it's just not happening now. And people are running roughshod over them, and I don't like it. I'm trying to do my part, but we'll see if anybody else joins in. Chuck Cowdery's he's the voice of reason too, but everyone else doesn't want to get involved, and I guess I can't blame them because people start attacking you. Because they don't want to hear it. They just want, hey, this fits well into what I'm trying to sell. Shut your mouth, but I don't think we need to acquiesce to bullies. I think we need to throw facts out there and make sure people are actually educated about what's going on. So that's my take.
Yeah.
But who am I? So there you go.
Wait for the next 60-minute rerun of the same show from April again.
Yes.
For them to continue to run the same thing to talk about the industry and the other. No new reporting at all or anything like that. I got a lot of questions on that. And I say, I had about 5 people reach out to me on that one. Are you watching at 60 Minutes on Bourbon this week? No. It's the same thing that was ran in April.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Yeah. I caused Justine to shut off the notifications on the group. Yeah, I got her. That did her in. So, and Drizzy messed her up. So, there you go.
It was not. It was you and Tim having a meme war.
About Jeff and Drizzy. It was about that.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, 100%. That's what. So that caused it. So that's another offshoot of this whole situation. It caused Justine to turn off her notifications. I mean, so there have been consequences of this.
32 notifications in 2 minutes.
Yeah,
it's a little bit excessive.
It's real.
It's quite comical if you take the time to read it.
Yes, if you would go ahead and allow yourself the entertainment of reading those, you would have been dying laughing and been like, "Wow, I feel like I should be paying these guys for the entertainment." But instead,
I probably would have been.
Instead, she got salty
while I was awake and not while I was trying to sleep.
It was at like noon. Yeah.
It was my day off. It was like 11.
Oh.
It was 11.
It was 11. Oh, okay. All right, so there you go. On that note, we're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Tim, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112 and on YouTube at our flagship whiskey.
All right, KK.
You can find me on Instagram at KK Cast Strength.
Justine Mays.
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Mays.
Amazing.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. How amazing is that?
Amazing, not amazing.
Hey, mine's amazing. So, yeah, well, I have never received the Justine Mays Amazing Award. I can't wait for that to come out this year. We'll see who wins. So, but check me out online too over at abvbarrelshop.com. We have all of our inventory out there. You can sign up for email distribution, so much more. abvbarrelshop.com, and also check out Bourbon Sasquatch. We got things going on, really cool stuff. lots of talk about this kind of stuff and fun stuff too. I was watching police body cams, as I do. I like watching Sovereign Citizens, and they got some drunk guy, and he had drank a fifth of Maker's Mark and went crazy. So I was like, I got to post this one. I'm like, here's the latest Maker's Mark commercial.
Bourbon wrecks lives.
Yeah.
That's the very first time I went to the Jim Beam distillery for a visit. The subdivision down the road, the first house that was on like the main road, had a huge sign.
I saw that sign
that said "Bourbon wrecks lives."
Okay.
I saw that sign, and if I hadn't passed it so quickly, I was going to stand next to it with my bottle of bourbon and get my picture taken.
Oh.
I remember that sign.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Interesting. It's never the people. They're the victims. The bourbon did it to them. So there you go.
Yep. Somebody in that house made a choice and bourbon made it for him.
Yeah. Justine, how about you? Anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. Also, if you like what we're doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening, and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.